how were you able to land on I don't know if it's proprietary, if it's patent pending, but how were you able to land on activities that you knew were going to work and that are yours? And it's like, this is, it's coming from Tyler if it's this activity and it's going to
Right.
work. How were you able to
Yeah.
figure that
So I was reading two different books.
out?
So I was reading the book Frames of Mind by Howard Gardner, who is a Harvard professor.
Okay.
And he wrote this book because he figured he was trying to help teachers to send kids towards on learning paths into
Mhm.
careers that they wanted to do. So a kinesthetic kid would want to be like an athlete or a police officer or a firefighter or a
Yeah.
construction worker,
Right.
mathematical, logical, they're, accountants or engineers, they're so I was reading this book, and then I was reading Mikelchik Sent Me High. He's got a book called Flow, and I was reading his book on flow. Flow for Business is a great addition for your listeners.
Right.
And he was talking about peak experience and how people experience peak experience. And I combined those two thought leaders, and I'm like, okay, so the way that we create peak experience in learning is by being engaged um, through our learning domains. And so what I did is I then built out how the learning domains work in a team atmosphere as opposed to an individual. So I built a tool called MIQ, which is your multiple intelligence quotient, just like an IQ or an EQ.
Right.
It's the intelligence quotient of the team and how we look at what activities we provide based on the types of learners that are inside of our room. So
Right.
we look at the top three types of learning intelligences inside of our team. Then through those top three learning intelligences, we can start to prescribe and choose activities that relate to how it is that they would want to learn.
Mhm.
So if we have a group of accountants who are mathematical logical, that's typically their top strength. We're going to do an escape room because they're going to love that, right? They're going to love the story behind it. They're going to love the logic questions. They're going
Right.
to love competing against the other rooms. Um,
Mhm.
it's going to be successful, but we're not going to take them and we're not going to take them to a paint night because that's going to be an absolute bomb because
Right.
they don't necessarily have that strength in visual acuity.